Going to read the student book, okay, page 92. Now with this we will come to an end of the student book. We have just 2 more pages left. All right, now today we are going to exploring friction. I'm going to read the speech bubbles first. Okay, first the challenge is we have to find out which shapes are most streamlined. Now I did streamlined on Tuesday. We spoke about it, the shapes. All right. Why is it I'm fastest in school at butterfly and you can still beat me? It's because I swim front crawl. It's a more streamlined stroke. I'm bound to be faster. What do you mean streamline? If you are streamlined shaped like an arrow, you can move through water faster than if you are all spread out. Now, streamlined shape like an arrow. Remember I told you, if a sports car is more narrow, it's streamlined shape, it can move through the air faster and it can win the race. The same way, if your body while swimming is in a streamlined position, you can swim or cut across water faster. All right. So if you are spread out your arms and hands wide, you wouldn't cut through water as easily as if you kept your arms and legs closed. That's right. If you keep your body in a line, you will move faster. Yes, that's the difference between a butterfly stroke and a freestyle. Normally in freestyle, your body is straight. It's straight and you just move your hands and legs. And you can cut across faster than when you are like a butterfly stroke and you move your spread flat and you are trying to swim or cut across the water. Now what to do? Decide what you're going to measure and how you're going to record your results. Here's what Omar said to Rashid. What do you think? What do you need? You need a long tube, a plastic pop bottle with the top cut off, very small pieces of plasticine, all of the same size, wallpaper paste or clear liquid soap, thread and a stopwatcher. Now we are not going to try out this experiment, okay? We are just going to read about it, right? Now try it out yourself. What are you going to measure? How many times will you repeat the investigation? Why is this a good idea? What shapes will you try? How will you keep the test fair? What do you think will happen? Now these are all the things. Plasticine is to make the different shapes. Now as you can see, these are the different shapes they have made out of Play-Doh or plasticine. Okay. So the boys tested the idea. They timed how long it took different plasticine shapes to fall to the bottom of the bottle of paste. This is the table. So they have a flat shape, they have a dome shape, they have a spear shape, they have a sausage shape and they have a torpedo shape. So these are the different shapes: dome, flat, sphere, sausage and torpedo. Okay. Now make a chart. So as you can see from the table, which one took the least time? The sausage, and then next is the torpedo. Of course the flat and the dome took a longer time to fall through the bottle. Okay. Now make a chart, use a computer program. All this is okay. How good is your evidence? What would you do differently? Alright, the boys made sure all of the plasticine pieces weighed the same, but they were surprised by their results. They thought the torpedo shape would be the quickest. But which was the quickest? The sausage shape was the quickest. Why do you think they were wrong? Why do you think the dome shape was the slowest? Can you think of other shapes to try? Alright, so of course the dome shape is a flat shape. It is the slowest. It's not going to fall through so fast. Alright. Okay, now the last page is unit review. What have you learned? You know that friction is a force that slows moving objects down. You know that lubrication reduces friction between solid surfaces. You know that air resistance is a force that slows things moving in the air. You know that water resistance is a force that slows things moving in water. You know that streamlined shapes can reduce air and water resistance. Why a space shuttle gets so hot as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere? Why the space shuttle doesn't get hot as it travels to outer space? How a space shuttle is slowed down as it lands. Now, if you want to find out more about all this, you can actually go on the internet and research and see why do these things all happen when a space shuttle goes into the enters into the Earth's atmosphere, or why does it not get hot when it goes out into space. You can research on this. Okay. Now, Farida is competing in an endurance bike test. She has to ride round and round a track for 5 miles. She is very fit and knows that she will be able to keep going, but she thinks that air resistance might slow her down. What should she wear to cut down her air resistance? Now, this thing, what do you think she should wear to cut down her air resistance? When we have a video call, you think of the answers and then you let me know. Okay? Now, the answer to what? This is the answer to the question in the beginning of the chapter on friction. Okay? Page 81. The question was about Hania's granddad slipping and falling on the bathroom tiles. So this is the answer over here. Do you remember the question about Hania's granddad? Smooth surfaces, particularly when they are lubricated with something like water, can become very slippery and dangerous. Hania's granddad can increase the friction by keeping the surfaces dry. He can also use low friction materials such as rubber mats to help increase his grip. So normally when you come out of a bathroom, normally you have a rubber mat or a bath mat that stops you from slipping, because when you take a shower, the soles of your feet are also wet with water. Water, as you know, is a lubricant, and as you walk, if there is nothing to stop you from slipping or something to increase the friction, then you will slip. So that's why you put a rubber mat or a bath mat in front of the bathroom, so that you can dry your feet before you start walking. Okay.